Hey y'all, good morning. Welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. I am working on workbooks and stuff. I was a week behind on my quest to consciousness, but I did get it done last night. And I just printed out a hard copy of the other two that I posted the past couple weeks that I haven't shared. And then I also made a workbook for the Salvage Studio project for, because we're going to be displaying it to the community. So I made the community tube, and then I made each kiddo involved a book as well. I did laminate the ones for the community just so that we can keep them nice. I don't know how long we're going to be displaying. And then, so yeah, I wanted to share. So let me share. First, we'll do the chakras. My printer's a little wonky. And then all of these workbooks, except the Salvage Studio one, are available on my Gumroad. If you'd like to buy them. So these are just, they go through each chakra point and just share a little bit about the chakras and how we can find balance within our own bodies. It's pretty simple, but it's available. Again, they're all $20, varying pages. This is only like 11 pages or so. I'm really excited with this one. I'm surprised. This is the little comic book one I made. I have to go back and add a future for all the copyright. I always forget to do that. And then I do have at least 2 other workbooks that I have to finish, and I still have to do the high school workbooks and get those done. So I have the templates ready. I just have to work on the age appropriate material for each. And now that I've been around some of the bigger kids, I feel like I can do that. I feel like I can get that done. I just have to do it, you know. So anyway, this is Life's Adventures and How to Deal, and I'm really happy with it. I really like the way it looks. It's like comic book inspired. And look, I found this emoji and I never found her again. She looks like me a lot. I mean, sort of comic book wise. Where did that other... I gotta add in the copyright while I'm thinking about it, and then change the link on Gumroad. So let me do that quick. But yeah, this one I'm really pleased with. I love how it looks with the comic book stuff. It's okay to crash out. Talking about loving ourselves. So it was just really, it's like a, you know, it's just like advice. You got this. But I loved all of the different formatting, comic book formats that Canva had, and so I was like, oh my god, it's so fun. So it's a very easy read. I did remove all swear words, so this is age appropriate for all ages, I would say, including adults, you know. Let me add this in quick. And then the Quest to Consciousness. This is like a guide. I am going to be using this workbook to make another YouTube. We started it, but then we didn't go very far. So I am going to be turning this into a YouTube course, and we will go through it. So in the workbooks that I do courses with, I always do a notes page. So my notes page is like clouds. We've got this like Fibonacci sequence shell. I think there's a different word for that. But I thought it was appropriate. Hang on, let me do this quick. So, my phone was like, oh, you want a copyright? Here you go. Alright, hang on, let me move this down. Okay, then we'll re-download this. I have to figure out who I can publish through. That's my next step. They are available on Gumroad, and I can print them out with my shitty printer. But I would like them to be bound and published, so that's gonna be my next step. I do have 20 available on Gumroad right now, workbooks, and then at least 6 more that I'm currently working on. So again, hopefully we can get that done. So anyway, these do have, the Quest to Consciousness does have a definitions section. God damn it. I just... So it has a definition section, and then it's just like larger themes, and then it kind of goes into those. So like the first part of coming into consciousness is like unlearning the indoctrination. So this is just a little bit about why it's important to unlearn. Oh, that was gnarly. Why it's important to unlearn the things that we've been indoctrinated into, and to make room for, and like why indoctrination serves a purpose. So we will go through this as a course. I can start that today now that I have the workbook. I still need to get done. I haven't finished / worked on the Decolonizing Consumerism workbook. Oh, that's another one, so that equals 7. But I do, because I have to watch back the videos to make it kind of relational, and there's a better word for that, makes sense, because I yapped, and usually the workbook helps me stay on track, but this one, the daily consumer, or the Decolonizing Consumerism, we did a little differently. So anyway, I'm really pleased with this. This is so sweet. I love it. The haters. This was inspired by my mother and my sister. Yep. It sucks to be you. And so it's a lot of like just feel good, like how to navigate. So I can share a little bit with the hater. It's okay to crash out. So hey, I'm Ashley. Let me give y'all some advice. I've been through some pretty hard stuff. I did have the word shit, and then but I never let any of that define me, and I think that's some real superhero stuff. Sometimes things can be rough, and like it's cool because they can kind of read it different ways. It doesn't need to be read like, a book. Each little thing is like just little nuggets of wisdom. There's a lot of affirmations, and like this page is all just like I am, so it's a pick-me-up. I'm really, really happy with this. More affirmations at the end. I really like the format, the comic book formats in Canva, so I really love this one. And it's landscape. It's the first one I've printed landscape, so I think that's kind of neat too. The chakra one is helpful. It's just, understanding energy and then understanding each point in our body. And it's very bright, it's very colorful, especially if you're downloading the PDF. My printer, like I already said, is wonky. So it's Regibiv. And then of course we have, I think there's affirmations. Yeah, there's affirmations for each chakra to help you kind of understand what part of your body determines certain energy points and energy. And then this one, the Salvage Studio one, is I did use the flyer because that's how you follow through on a project. So this is the who, what, when, where, why, all about the art project. Again, this is meant for the community and for a recap for the kids involved. And so I posed all of these questions, and so I documented all of their responses to all of those questions. And then the last page is just a reminder that we can change the world. It starts with us, and that we can be that change. So that will be, again, the laminated version is for the community. We're going to be displaying it at the flea market at the end of the month. And then from there, I don't know, I will probably take it. I don't want that art piece to be destroyed. And like we already know, it's very, it's polarizing for this community. It's difficult for people to grasp, which is why I'm at ends with the women at the teen center. That's a different story. I already kind of went over that a little bit, but no, things have not improved. I've been completely ostracized, which I'm perfectly used to. It's fine. But anyway, I have this whole binder of all of my workbooks and classes, and I like to keep a hard copy of everything. So my thesis is also in here. I think I have to switch around the formatting for the mental health timeline and print it, but because the background is black right now, So I will leave it, but I think I need to duplicate it and then like make a printer friendly version. But anyway, I have all of my workbooks in here. I'm running out of room, and I am going to go ahead and add these. I will keep the Quest to Consciousness out because we'll go over that one. We've already done I just put that one that I made for Niall's Adventures in here the other day. But yeah, this is my geeky binder purse. So I'm not going to be teaching at the college anymore. I don't know if you knew that. I resigned. I'm sick of offering myself to space that nobody's appreciating, nobody's signing up. So I gotta find a different avenue for that. I'm hoping we can find. I might do a Patreon, or I don't know. I need to figure out something on the internet to find the right people. And I'm leaving the apps mostly, except this one. So I don't know. I might do a Patreon or some other web seminar sort of thing. But I will probably do that in the fall. Like back to school time, I don't really feel like I have a lot going on. I mean, a lot for me. I have to do college. And it's my last year, so I want to kick it off good. I think the middle school teacher really inspired me to kind of, because she started her own business, and she resigned from teaching this year, and, she's the one that I helped with the musical stuff. But I've been following, I was looking at her Facebook stuff, and I think I don't know, I feel like it was pretty subconscious that she was, getting through to me, because a lot of her content was, stop, allowing yourself to be, stop over-giving if you're not getting, reciprocity. Not necessarily, verbatim her words, but that was, her process that she's been in, and, she decided to resign from teaching and go into her own business that's already been successful. And so, I've really been in this process the past few months, and I know we're definitely veering away from the workbooks, but the workbooks are something that I enjoy doing. It's something, I feel like even just today, and I did the art class ones yesterday, it reminded me that, I do have my own shit going on. As much as people are trying to make me feel left out in these community spaces, I don't feel I've been left out of enough spaces and walked away from enough opportunities that were not serving me, or not, taking me for granted, a ton in my life. I'm not a new chicken, what's the word? I'm not a new chick. I don't know. I'm old. I'm gonna be 40. I've lived, okay? So anyway, yeah. We will go ahead and start the Quest to Consciousness, or continue it. Like I said, we already started it, but I didn't have a workbook. So I'm glad this is done. And this one's really simple. I could probably add to it, but I don't really I feel like there needs to be I feel like first of all, I've made enough other material on YouTube or in tangible form to support this. And also, I feel like it does need to be somewhat open-ended. I don't think that posing introspection questions for someone else's consciousness in this, I'm getting arena, it's a very personal journey. And so, I've posed enough introspection questions in the shorts projects and in other classes, like the decolonizing and mental health and wellness stuff. This one I'm leaving it's kind of like a guide to consciousness, and I'm leaving it very open for people to navigate themselves while using other forms of, support. So words are hard for me right now. I'm gonna let you go. So we'll go ahead and start this maybe today. Why not, right? So yeah, I have the other workbooks I'm working on are, I have a Journey Back to You, which is going to be a lot of overlap, or no, it's self-healing. Self-healing is what it's called. I made it in 2 different formats, so I can just combine those. But I do have we did this for a little while over here on YouTube, the segment, it was dismantling or diagnosing and dismantling society, and like kind of flipping the mental health, the DSM and the language and the quote unquote symptoms, and taking that off of individuals and putting it onto society. So I do have a workbook started. I have to finish it. So like I said, that already kind of exists in YouTube. We did a few. So I just have to finish these. This one, how long is this one? It's a few pages, but this is a little bit more work. I will get that one done, and then we have the Decolonizing Consumerism workbook I will finish so that we can follow along. The great thing about getting the workbooks and how I've offered them on Gumroad is that I do have a little like info clause on the ones that I have created playlists for or courses for over here. So when people buy the workbooks, I have it known like there is a corresponding playlist or course on my YouTube channel for this workbook. So trying to get things organized. I really like the Decolonizing Consumerism workbook. I like the layout. I love it. I don't know if I showed you guys. I think I did. Well, and you can see the cover page. I think that's it though. After I get those, and then I do have to finish the high school. I'm just repeating myself now. Now I'm in like post-it note in my brain. Okay, so that's what I've been doing this morning. It is 8 o'clock, so I just got 3 books done this morning. This one is the timeline, and I want to, like I said, flip the format. It should be pretty easy. Canva does usually nope. Not this time. I do need to, I don't know, Canva is usually pretty good about switching it. So, I don't know. This one's like really long. It's 23 pages. So I'm just going to have to go in and switch it from black background to white background. So I can print it. I would love to have this printed. This is all my research for my thesis. So, okay, I'm gonna let you go. Have a good one.